Hey, I just want to talk. So I'm going live so I can just talk. I'm in my bed. I don't know. I was just thinking, and I wanted to just go and talk about it. I don't think nobody's gonna show up. So, anyways, yeah, I just went on my a couple of days ago. I went on my first mushroom trip, and it was really profound. It was really eye opening. I got my phone sitting up here because I don't want to get my stand. Maybe I'll sit here. But yeah, it was really eye opening. I feel like I had a paradigm shift. Like I don't feel like I had a paradigm shift. I know I had one. And now it's just like I'm able to put all these pieces of the puzzle together. Um, I've been talking about the fact that I have a relationship with God and that I feel extremely guided, and me and God is homies. I've seen somebody say that before. But since this mushroom trip, I really realized how God has orchestrated the universe. And I know that sounds a little far fetched, but it's really evident after realizing and coming to terms with my God self. And people talk about their God self, or talk about trying to be their higher self, or trying to be my best self. And, all of us are striving for that. But what I what was revealed to me was that our God self is always, we're able to tap into our God self anytime we want to. I'm trying to get this set up to where I can see in it. It's not too high. There we go. That's fine. But our God self is the other side of us. It's like you'll be about to do something wrong or do something that you know you shouldn't do, and your God self will say, don't do that, or whatever, or try to get you to not do that, and you might do it anyway, or whatever it may be. But in this shroom trip, I was my God self, and my God self was me. It was like, I'm trying to figure out how to say what I'm saying. I want to do a video about it. And there I'll have all my thoughts structured so I can just say it. But I don't know, like my God self is always with me. Like today I had an incident in my Lyft ride. And the way that I would describe myself in this incident was being my God self, which I'm always mostly being my God self. Right now I'm being my God self. And so in this Lyft ride, let's just go there. In this Lyft ride, I was telling this lady whatever I needed to tell her. I'm gonna post a video about this on TikTok, and I'll probably do a short on her. I'll do a long form. I'll post the whole video too. But my God self was like getting her together, But my other side, which I'm gonna say that's Shakia, because I actually have a few different names. I have Shekinah, and I would say Shekinah is my God self, and I have Shakia, and Shakia is myself that defends myself at all costs. I mean, whatever it takes to defend myself. This is Shakia, and then I have Sister. Sister is the vulnerable side. Sister is the traumatized side of myself, anxiety, fear, all of these things. Whereas Shakia and Shekinah have no fear. Like, and Shekinah is my God self that governs Shakia and Shekinah, rescuing both of them from situations. Shakia tries to rescue sister. And the way that I had been describing that was my ego, my conscious, and my subconscious. But and with this lady, I was being Shakia, but I mean Shakina, but I could see that Shakia wanted to kick her ass. Like my other side was like, girl, ooh, ooh. I was having to hold myself back because I was like, she was making me mad because it's like I hate to be disrespected, and then I hate for people to feel like they have authority over me or is going to tell me what to do or going to impose their wants onto me, like forcefully against my will. And so I be wanting to defend myself. But in this situation, I actually let myself be defended by my God self. So, um, yeah, that's that as far as like trying to describe my God self in a scenario or whatever. But on this shroom trip, I was just my God self. Like it was just me. Like so, I had an incident in the bathroom earlier, and I was gonna do something that I probably shouldn't have done. But the part of me that was on the shroom trip spoke out. This part of me that was on the shrooms trip was like, no, no, don't do that. And I was just like, yeah, I shouldn't do that. Right. But then I noticed that separation, like that me realizing that my God self was right. And then me realizing that there was a God self and that God self was really familiar to me as the version of myself that I was on my shroom trip. So I was like, okay, my higher self is always present. I just have to listen to myself. And then I was able to put other things together a while ago, just thinking that if the realizations that we're having in spirituality and the understanding ourselves and understanding God and um trying to explain it to each other and getting ourselves figured out as a species on our spiritual level, if all of this stuff is true and the things that I can tie together in my own experience, like my own God experiences that I've had, then it is true. It's true that everything is planned out. And then they say in your God self, you can manifest anything, like you know everything, and um you are your God self. Like on that shroom trip as my God self, I knew that everything existed the way it was supposed to. I knew that the self that I was being in the moment was a continuous self that I've always been and that I'm always going to be, and it's only going to evolve. I was not separate from the consciousness of myself as my God self. There was no other version of me. There was no version of me that wanted to fight or needed to protect myself. There was no version of me that was scared or lost. All it was me, this God self. And when I was in the bathroom thinking, my God self said to me, "It's me. I was here when you did the shroom trip." Like, you know what I mean? And it just let me know that this is the voice that's always been talking. This is the voice that's always been trying to steer me in the right direction or telling me what next best step to take or being able to appear to me as God, for me to be able to interpret the world as God, that it knows everything and it's always known everything. And it's becoming more clear to me that we are God. And it makes me be able to see a plan that if God is who we know him to be, then we are doing nothing wrong ever, because it's an evolution of things for real. Like, it was all structured to be this way, and that we are supposed to continue to evolve. And we have to be here right now in this moment, realizing ourselves and talking and sharing. And he wants us all to get online and meet each other from our God selves and our spiritual selves, so that we can wake up, because we don't know who we are. But it's not like that was an accident, or that wasn't supposed to be. Like, we were supposed to be lost. We were supposed to be going through all this turmoil. We were supposed to be everywhere that we've been in history, doing everything that we was doing in history. But accountability is necessary. We have to take accountability in order to grow, to see and grow. And that means taking accountability for you, the individual. And that's what I was doing with this, separating myself and myself, and being able to identify all these versions of myself. It's taking accountability for the things that I have done, or the ways that I show up. My God self knows everything. My God self knows what to do next. And my God self is always guiding me to take the next best step, which are all things that I be wanting to talk about on my videos and stuff. But it's just becoming more and more clear to me. And it's amazing. And I don't really, I talk to my kids about it. My kids are woke, so we kind of like go through this stuff together and just grow together. It's really fun, but I'm really tired right now. It's really fun. I really enjoy the relationship that I'm having with Earth, with people, with even the experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. All of them have helped me, and they continue to help me. But I just want to make sure that I'm doing my part by having necessary conversations. But I know that in order to have these conversations, I really need to be online, because I can really connect with people that way. So I'm going to start doing some reaction videos and stuff, like all sides of myself, all sides of myself. It's so profound. I'm really enjoying this experience. I'm really enjoying my spiritual awakening. I don't know. It's like my brain. I have a God self. I'm a God. I'm a God self. And this self that is Shakia is only Shakia through my experiences. It's only Shakia through my memories and what I've seen and what I've done. That's the only thing that separates me. But in order to see God completely, we have to be in relationship with each other. We have to be talking to each other, so I can talk to someone else's God self. Because I'll be talking to my kids' God self, and we be coming to some profound realizations for real. But yeah, I want to talk to other people's God self, because we are so smart, and we need to educate each other while we educate ourselves. I think the problem be a lot of times is that we be trying to act like we know everything. And I learned to be curious and to ask questions. So my son, his phone is loud. But yeah, I don't know. I really love it here. I'm so tired, y'all, but I really want to be online. I want to talk. I forgot what I wanted to talk about. So I guess I'll get off. It was so many things, but it took me so long to get this live set up. And I feel like what I just said just kind of summed it up. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and do a little live. I got my room. I done some more stuff to my room. Y'all can see that behind me. I'm facing this light here on my wall because I can see. Man, I had a Karen today. That's another thing. I had a Karen today. I actually enjoyed it. It was crazy. Um, hold on. Did I tell? I already told the story of the Karen, but I recorded it, and it was funny. It was funny. I really enjoyed it. And I think I be like, is that bad that I enjoyed it? And I only enjoyed it because I had never had a Karen before. And I feel like I handled myself real good with her to where she had to learn something from that. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I can't be enjoying Karen's because it could get bad. She grabbed my jacket and I had to cool myself down. I'm like, hold on now, don't grab my jacket. oh, but anyways, y'all, I'm just gonna sleep. Even though I'm talking to myself. I'm about to.